What's good with y'all, man? It's the God. Much love, much infinite evolution, much infinite quantum abundance to all. Right here, man. Shout out to the young man in the three. We got my boy Cam Johnson on the pod. I'm put the at today channel in the description or the comments below. Whichever word y'all gonna see it there. But let's get it. Let's go.
For me personally, I like to kind of simulate the pressures of the game because that's something that people don't necessarily talk about. How do you feel when you're 0 for 4 from 3 in the first quarter? You feel horrible. You're
like shit. Especially when you're open 3 of those 4.
Boom. But it's gonna happen, Tim, right? It's gonna happen.
Exactly.
So like how in practice can I simulate stress, disappointment? Am I shooting with closeouts? Am I shooting off of live reads? Am I shooting? So for me personally, some days I'll go 50 shots from 3, 10 shots, 5 spots, whatever. If I, no start on the make, no nothing. When I shoot it, I have to live with the result.
Yeah.
So I want 40 plus, 42 plus. But if I get 34, if I got 24 makes going into the 5th spot, it's like, okay, I gotta recenter, get everything heading in the right direction. So finding ways to simulate game-like reps or game-like the mental side of it is a big step in becoming a better shooter and making it as a shooter in the NBA. For me personally.
You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing that don't show up statistically. And to take it even a step further, just as a better player, it makes you a better player being able to recenter yourself regardless of the ups and downs and swings of the game, because as much as it is a physical game, it is a numbers game. It is a who can get up and down the court faster game. It's also a think the game. It's also a mental side, you being able to handle the pressures of everything that comes along with playing the game of basketball at this high of a level, whatever personal narrative and story you have going on outside of basketball, and then also being able to deal with when certain things are seeming as if they're going good or bad throughout the course of the flow of the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so many different things and variables that go along. And then, like he says, one thing that practice and shooting in the open gym doesn't simulate is those pressures and the ups and downs and the swings of different things that can happen throughout the course of the game. And most of the time you see the players who win the most championships or the best players, those are the players who are able to deal with those situations and pressures the most. Those are the players that are able to deal with the ups and downs of the games, the lefts and rights, the southeast, the southwest, you know what I'm saying? All those things and that come with the game. And just like he said, trying to find a way to simulate those things to recenter yourself, because you don't know, like, how are you feeling when the opposing team is going on a big run and you had a hot start in the first quarter. Let's say you had a hot start in the first quarter and you just missed the two open threes in the right corner and they going on a run. And then you miss the open three on the wing and they get down the court, get the long rebound, and then they push it out in transition. That's a timeout. They crowd hype. Like, how do you mentally deal with that after the timeout, going into the timeout? Are you able to still effectively communicate with your teammates after that happens? So it's just that's just one of the plethora of infinite amount of situations that can come throughout the flow of a game on top of everything that you deal with outside of it. Being able to communicate with your teammates effectively, regardless of how things are happening, being able to just stay focused on what the task is and stay in the possession in a moment, regardless of what is happening. And if you do catch yourself getting too high or too low, just like you said, being able to recenter yourself is just a lot of things that don't show up statistically, and statistically or on a box score stat sheet that can really change the flow and swing of a game. And I think one team that I feel like does this, a younger team, or just to speak to the new era, people that do this the most right now is, for me, Oklahoma City Thunder. Starting with SGA, if you just go look at those guys down the line, regardless of what mistakes they make, not saying that they don't ever get rattled, but even when they do get rattled, it seems like they become real recentered extremely quickly. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big reason why they've become the level of dominant team that they have become up to this point. And it's just so many things that don't get talked about outside of a player's true shooting and the context behind true shooting and his stats and his field goal percentage and how many points, rebounds, assists he's putting up, his box plus minus. It's just so many things that happen deeper in depth that can change the course of a game that don't show up statistically, that you have to watch and see what's happening. Pay attention to tendencies, body language, movement. It's so many things, patterns. There's so many things that go on outside of the baseline of numerical recordings of the box score that can affect and swing the change and the momentum of a game. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, shout out to the young man of the three. Much love, much infinite evolution. Love yourself always. Let me know what y'all think about this video. It's to God, I'm out. Peace.